bless. I don't sleep on no beef. We ain't sleeping no. You know I'm on top of everything. Run grass and they don't shoot cribs. They gon' give you one chance. Like come outside or we gon' come in, boy. When I pull up and make them catch a lot. Blue beam on that chopper. Kamehameha. I throw them Dragon Balls at you like I'm Kakarot.
So I think this is kind of like a part 2 to the Jiren thing, just without all the beef and stuff. So I want to talk about this logic that just because a character is able to get back up or is able to tank a bunch of hits means that character is stronger than the previous character, right? So when let's talk about Dragon Ball Z, because you know Dragon Ball Z is the most beloved thing in Dragon Ball, right? People love Dragon Ball Z more than like everything, at least the mainstream families. A lot of people like Dragon Ball, the original series, more than Dragon Ball Z. But in Dragon Ball Z, there's certain cases where you can argue just because a character tanked a lot of hits that character is stronger than the person giving all the punches. Like, for example, Vegeta was able to survive Kaioken ×4, come back, go into Uzaru, and pretty much naturally be stronger than Goku, right? You can argue that if Goku had like Uzaru 2, that would be more of a fight, but again, Goku can't control Uzaru. So yeah, Vegeta is stronger than Goku in the Saiyan Saga, and he was able to tank all the stuff that Goku was able to give out, right? Even though Goku technically won a little skirmish, Vegeta was overall stronger. Okay, you can make that argument, right? But the biggest thing I feel like that counters it, and we're not talking about like characters like regeneration, because you can't really compare like, you know, Perfect Cell, because Perfect Cell has like, you know, Piccolo's regeneration on like steroids, or Majin Buu, where the character is literally made to tank, even though a character could be stronger than him. Like later on, it's confirmed that Super Saiyan 3 Goku at full power is stronger than Kid Buu, but it's just the hacks of Kid Buu that kept him around, and Goku wanting to give Vegeta like, you know, a second chance. But I think the biggest counter to this whole argument is Frieza. So Frieza survived the Spirit Bomb. He survived the Spirit Bomb, and I guess you could say that weakened him. He survived Super Saiyan Goku beating the crap out of him. Super Saiyan Goku allowed Frieza to go into like 100% form, right? But even then, Goku won, right? Frieza survived his own attack, slicing him in half. And even though he was about to die, Goku gave him energy, and he still survived Goku shooting a large energy beam at him that should have probably killed him, but Goku, like, you know, showed slight mercy. Especially showed a sad face in the manga, and he survived Namek blowing up in his face. Does any of that make Frieza stronger than Super Saiyan Goku? No, none of that makes Frieza stronger than Super Saiyan Goku. I repeat, none of that, right? So we all agree that even though Frieza is a tanking machine, that he's not stronger than Goku. Can we all admit that? So when people use this argument for Jiren later on down the road, like years later, like, you know, when Jiren survives getting beat down by Ultra Instinct Goku in a tournament we are not supposed to kill, and when the narrative is saying that Jiren lost, he said he lost, you have Beerus saying that Goku literally won the fight, and Goku, only reason that Jiren is able to get back up and continue fighting is because Ultra Instinct Goku in his strongest form wasn't able to finish him off because he listened to Jiren talk about his backstory. And I already said in my previous video that, you know, Goku doesn't need his friends to think about he doesn't need his friends personally being there to think about his friends. There's one more thing I want to add to this whole that Goku needed his friends and family to be physically there for him to beat Jiren. Didn't Goku re-unlock Super Saiyan Mother effing God, a form that needed a ritual, with him just thinking about his friends and family who are not actually yelling at him, by the way. He's imagining it, and he did that just thinking about them. Why is there a restriction that he needs to bring his actual wife near him for him to think about his actual friends and family? When has Goku ever really needed this? He's always thought about his friends and family in battles. He doesn't need a friendship boost from his friends actually being there to win fights. Why did people ever make this shit up? I'll never imagine. Like, even in the narrative, we hear that Goku, he always fights for his friends later on, and he's able to overpower Jiren to the point that Jiren gets so frustrated that he throws his attack at his friends out of frustration because he's losing. So even if he used a rage boost thing, Goku was still slightly winning. So I'm just saying, Dragon Ball's fights all have back and forths, and the villain be taking stuff even though the character that's winning is stronger than that character regardless. If we're not counting regeneration with Perfect Cell, or we're counting like Majin Buu, there's only one instance where the character is stronger overall and he's still tanking hits that we've so far known, which is like Vegeta. And Goku had to use a technique to be like super more powerful than him, and it's not like a transformation. You can make the argument that Goku will be able to beat Vegeta without Uzaru. You can make that argument, but like Frieza, the biggest example where like Goku has like 150 million power level, and I think Frieza has like 125 if I remember correctly, and Frieza survives getting almost like completely destroyed by the Spirit Bomb, survives a Super Saiyan Goku beatdown, survives being sliced in half, survives another blast from Super Saiyan Goku, survives a Namek explosion, still not stronger than Super Saiyan Goku. So why are we giving characters like Jiren that type of leeway? The comparisons for this fight is so extreme because literally in the Dragon Ball Z anime, you have a moment where Frieza is actually overwhelming Super Saiyan Goku, and Goku gets mad because ironically he's thinking about Krillin. And he starts overpowering Frieza. So are we going to discredit angry Goku, and we're going to say that Frieza will be able to beat regular Super Saiyan Goku if Krillin, like, you know, never died? Like, you know, they have regular circumstances, and we have Super Saiyan Goku with no like Krillin death, even though the shit makes no sense because you need Krillin to die. But like, if we have Krillin, like if we have Goku, it's regular Super Saiyan versus Frieza. Frieza will be able to beat Goku because he needed that Krillin death to boost his morale. You see what I'm talking about here? You see what I'm talking about? No. Like, on any other circumstances, Frieza will be able to beat Super Saiyan Goku. That rage boost really helped out Super Saiyan Goku. It's obvious. It's obvious. It's the same thing with Jiren, man. Same thing with Jiren. No! Even in Dragon Ball Super, where Broly surviving Gogeta's attacks and everything like that, before Gogeta decides to do the you know, like Omega Kamehameha wave, we're not saying Broly is better than Gogeta. So I feel like people rely on this whole idea that a character is able to keep fighting after getting their ass whooped as some type of reasoning that character is overall stronger than the character delivering the beatdown. I think that's nonsensical. I think we rely too much on this whole logic. I think a lot of fans use this as a backbone where like no one's ever going to make the argument that Frieza's stronger than Super Saiyan Goku. That just goes against the story, and it goes against the story to say that Ultra Instinct Goku is weaker than Jiren because Jiren was able to keep fighting after literally the story's telling you why he was able to keep fighting, because Goku wasn't able to finish the job. If Goku like was able to shoot that blast off and Jiren was still able to survive, like I said before, we'll have an argument. So yeah, man. So I'm recording this like 3 days later. I'm sorry if this video is getting a little bit too long. And some people are really upset because, you know, they want me talking about Jiren and all this stuff again. But to talk about a comparison as well is Vegeta versus Toppo. Vegeta was losing to Toppo pretty well until he started thinking about Bulma and Kaba. So do we take, and again, Kaba and Bulma wasn't really there in person. Like Kaba was on the sidelines, right? And Bulma was like on a different dimension. So do we take Vegeta's W away from Toppo because Toppo was generally winning without Vegeta thinking about his friends and family? Do we take that W away? And if Vegeta didn't, like, you know, use his final destruction attack and, like, I don't know, Toppo kept walking, would that mean like Toppo, like, could pretty much, like, if Toppo was tanking all of Vegeta's hits before that friendship boost, so are we saying that in regular circumstances Toppo would be able to beat Vegeta if he didn't think about his friends? No, Vegeta is a character where he thinks about his friends. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, that's not a scenario where you just take that away from Vegeta's W. Anyway, back to me yelling again. If you say that Jiren is still stronger than Goku after, like, that beatdown, you're saying that Frieza is still stronger than Goku because he survived all that crap. So, yeah. SonTj, peace. Love you all.